You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it!
Good morning and welcome back, episode 71.
Good morning, everyone.
Kopics.
How are we?
I'm very well. How are you, Mario?
I'm buzzing, lads.
You're in a very good mood today. The sun is out in
Yes.
Liverpool. It's a beautiful spring day. Not one cloud in the sky,
No?
which actually represents all Liverpool fans' mood after that massive result last night. Make sure you smash that like button. How many likes should we try and get today? Tell them how many we want.
How many likes?
It's not
we
hard,
get?
is it? You just click that button and you give us
2,000.
how many?
2,000.
2,000, right.
Come on, let's do it. It's a challenge.
Let's go for 300 likes,
Okay.
right? Again, free content, right? Make sure you support us, give us those likes and comment with your thoughts on last night's game, battering, I should say. And of course, subscribe if you have not already to the Kop TV. Just pushing over 31,000 subscribers at the minute. We've also just dropped the match day vlog from last night. So if you want to go back and watch how Mario and I reacted to that massive win last night, there you go. It's the match day vlog is ready for you to watch after this. Make sure you give that a share as well. But listen, episode 71 of Hot Kopics, I feel like the mood is better than it was last week. It was almost like we were trying to drum up some fake hope last week. But today we have real hope. Is it enough, though, to get drawn into that top four race? Again, go back and watch the fan cams from last night outside Jurgen's if you have not already to understand what we said. Let's talk about the game last night then, Mario. Unbelievable from minute one, really, to minute 90, 6-1 away win. It was just perfect, really, wasn't it? Apart from that Konate mistake, it was perfect. And what was your favourite bit about last night before we get into some of the comments?
Obviously, when you win 6-1 in the away game, it's a brilliant sensation, absolutely. And especially this season, because we had a lot of struggle this season in the not just the home games, especially the away games. The last game we won away was Newcastle. And before that, I'm honest with you, I don't remember.
Villa?
I don't remember. Villa?
Christmas time, 3-1 away win?
Yeah, Villa
Must be.
3-1 with Bajcetic's first goal
yeah.
and Virgil van Dijk. Exactly. So we're talking about like months ago. And now finally we get, a part of the result, of course, the result is the most important thing. But I'm so happy. I'm so, convinced about the performance we did and that kind of intensity we had in the second half, mate. We was talking with you during the fan camps yesterday. Absolutely brilliant intensity. Absolutely, we want to see a perfect example. If you want to summarize the game of yesterday, mate, don't look about the goals, don't look about the assists. We're going to talk about Trent, obviously, because Trent is the main point in this game. But one thing it impressed me a lot, it's when the result was 6-1 and we went with 4 players on pressure for the ball.
Yeah.
Last minutes of the game, 6-1 for us. And we had, we showed that still pressing with 4 players in 4 players to get the ball with Thiago, Trent, Nunes, and Luis Diaz in the same time to get the ball, and we got the ball. And if you probably didn't notice Kop's reaction during that occasion, I saw it on the shorts on YouTube. He was like, "Oh, guys, seriously!" Literally, he went like down on the bench. He said, "Oh, guys, come on, don't do it," because he didn't want that kind of pressure. But mate, this hunger we missed the whole season.
Yes.
And yeah, a part of the result, that point, that main key of the game is we have to do it. This is the real approach of the game. We have to do every game. This is the real Liverpool, mate. You say yesterday finally is back the vintage Liverpool, and is it? We play the second half. It remind me like the Liverpool from the last season.
Literally.
Absolutely. The Robertson, even Curtis Jones yesterday, he was boss.
Well, look, Sarang has said thoughts on Jones's performance yesterday.
Boss.
And I think we have to give him a lot of credit, considering that when we saw his name starting, hand up as well.
I was the first.
I wanted to see Thiago start, but that's his third Premier League start in a row for Liverpool now. And it got to the point last night where you couldn't actually choose who was man of the match because, again, Salah getting 2, Jota getting 2, so needed. 2 brilliant goals from him. 1 a great assist from Curtis, Gakpo and Nunez. But then again, they're the goal scorers, but the players on the pitch that excelled, Trent, Curtis, I thought they were fantastic
100%.
last night. And Curtis, that assist for Jota, And it was his close control. We know that he can do this. This is why he's still in and around the team.
Exactly.
We know he can pull out these performances, but his control in tight spaces, his decision-making when to release the ball, the perfect pass for Jota, really impressed last night with Curtis Jones. And let us know what you thought about him in the comments. Again, so many players could have been man of the match last night. Let's go through the comments. Big up to Kazi. Morning, lads. Great win last night. Big up the Kop TV. I like the new Trent role, sitting in midfield in between Konate and Van Dijk. But when he isn't between the two centre-backs, there is a massive gap that could be found out against the bigger teams. Everyone talking about Trent this morning. Blair, big up AGT and Mario. Brilliant win last night. Shock horror. Trent in the midfield is boss. Surprise, surprise. There's a couple of stats that I wanted to show you that relate to obviously the performance last night and mainly Trent. Let's focus on him. I wanted to get his heat map up. Now this, for me, shows us how dangerous he can be sort of in a lower position or in a more central position than normal, right? So let's look at this. The heat map there, as you can clearly see, the majority of that is, I would say, centrally right.
Centrally right. Exactly.
And obviously quite deep as well.
Yeah.
So if you were to show us the heat map of Trent or any right back really in the last few years, you'd expect, wouldn't you, to see a lot of red heat along that kind of right channel. But look, that is telling me last night that he's done most of his work, especially a little bit further back, just in front of the defence. But look at that heat map. Look at the hug Klopp's given to Trent. It's almost, he's saying to Trent, I told you, you can play there. And I think that was the first real example last night of what we could potentially get used to seeing in the future. And of course, that performance led to him getting a man of the match prize, reward. And if you look at the next picture, Jacob, that I sent you on Trent, it shows you how good he was in that game last night. 2 assists, right, from right back, which is how we've loved and known Trent. Get an assist from right back. 153 touches, 124 accurate passes, 91% pass accuracy, 12 accurate long balls, 20 passes into the final. And this is what I like to see as well. Still doing the defending. 11 ball recoveries. Was this the ultimate complete Trent performance last night from you?
Are we really sure that's Trent? Or it's not Steven Gerrard in his best, his prime? Oh my God, I'm impressed of I didn't expect 11 ball recoveries. This is unbelievable, mate. That's incredible. Mate, you know, Trent Alexander-Arnold, he started to play when he was a young player. He started to play with the youth team. He used to play as a midfielder. So
under Steven Gerrard, like under 18s, yeah.
Exactly. So he knows how to play in that position. I think that's his natural position. He's best. He can give the biggest contribution he can give in that position, because we always thought that Trent on the right back, you know, it's a bit like, he can give good delivery, stuff like this, but he's limited in that position. As a midfielder, is definitely, same I said yesterday, mate, he's born to play in that position. He's just, you know, his natural position. He's a different player, and his creativity, his vision, his passes, the only one player better than him in the Premier League, mate, is Kevin De Bruyne.
Well, you mentioned Kevin De Bruyne. I've sent a link to Jacob here that he can get up. It's the SofaScore heat map of Kevin De Bruyne. So here we go. I mean, as you can see, that's his heat map in the Champions League. Let's just change that to Premier League. If you just click where it says on the right there, Jacob, UEFA Champions League, and click Premier League at the bottom. So this is Kevin, and again, you're right. In comparing Trent to De Bruyne in that position, look at that heat map. It is essentially just inside of the right midfield, traditional right midfield position. Listen, we know Trent isn't going to play as far forward as De Bruyne because technically he still is a right back. But looking at that heat map, right, and that's his average season heat map, right? 28 games played, he's started 25. He normally gets around 78 minutes per game before they take him off. 5 goals. And he is the first person or the quickest person to get to 100 assists, 15 assists this season. So if that's the benchmark of what Trent should be doing in that central position, I do believe he can get similar stats to De Bruyne. It's just working out and getting used to Konate covering Trent and making sure there's still no big holes left in behind him, because if he loses the ball in that position,
dangerous.
there's a big space there.
Exactly.
And again, against the better teams, that could be exposed. But what do you make of the comparisons here between De Bruyne's heat map and Trent's from last night?
Obviously, De Bruyne is most offensive. I mean, like, he used to play in the last 10 years in that position, so he knows exactly his job. But I think really Trent can make a big difference for Liverpool, mate. From now, straight away. And we need to, obviously, our biggest problem this season was the midfield, and we need to invest in that in the summer. This is absolutely no doubt about it. But mate, with Trent Alexander-Arnold in that position, I'm really confident. I like him in that position. He's just himself. I don't want to compare him with Steven Gerrard, because absolutely different players. If you remember, even Steven Gerrard, he used to play like a right back in his
Number
career.
28. When he was...
he used to play right back, he used to play defensive midfielder, he used to play a different position. Even as a centre defender, he used to play for Liverpool. So he's a very versatile player, same like Trent. So for me, Trent in that position is something unbelievable. It's something he can be, because he's got something different from the other players. He's got the long shot. He have it, bro. He has it. The from 30 yards. This time, if you remember all Liverpool games, how many times we tried to score from like 20, 25, 30 yards?
Only Trent goals.
Only Trent can do something like
Against
this.
Bournemouth this season, Newcastle
last season.
Yeah.
Only Trent can do something like this.
Jota scored from just outside the box or maybe just inside the box. But you're right. I don't think we have... Because, when Gerrard would receive the ball 35 yards out, more time he's going to shoot.
I know.
More time he will hit the target, unless he can slip in Torres or Owen or Suarez. But I agree. It's nice to see players take a bit of a risk. That pass from Trent for Nunez at the end, just a little scoop, with a bit of backspin.
This is quality. This is in both. You can't learn this during the trainings. This is something you have it when you're born. This is some light skill is incredible.
He's so creative.
He's so creative, so clever, mate.
Just outside the box.
So creative,
outside
so
of the right foot, he can cross with his left foot. He can shoot from that position. His technique is undoubted. We've never once doubted his technique, the way he can hit the ball in half volley. He is an unbelievable footballer, and I think we're starting to see that if this kind of new role carries on in the team. Leeds were awful, though, says Scott Willing, and I think we can't get carried away. Big up to Jen, by the way, with the super chat. Every single week Jen is supporting, so massive shout out to her. But yeah, going forward, it's got to stay there.
Probably we need to focus now about to buy a new right back.
So this is what I was going to ask you, right? So Tim here says, just woke up and y'all are live. Great win, right? Trent and his fellow Reds, well done. Tim is actually watching at 6:42 a.m. here in America.
Big up to Timothy.
Yeah, we'll clap that.
6:42, big up, lad.
Definitely clap that. Again, Jen wanting to talk about Jones, unbelievable. He's technically still a right back. So this is the question that you just asked. Who would we go in for right back, says Blair. There's no need for a right back because Trent will be starting there still. So how do we do this? Because obviously the guy we brought in, Calvin Ramsey, as Sean reminds us here, is still injured. Hopefully next season he can avoid injuries. But Dylan here saying people wanting a right back is confusing me. Trent is still playing there, just on the ball. He's drifting in and creating that box midfield. And Jen wants to see him stay in that role. Do we need another right back, or do we actually bring in Calvin Ramsey from next season to play there, and then maybe you can play a Trent in midfield as that box?
I'm gonna go 100% off. Change completely position to Trent, give him all the creativity, all the freedom to be a midfielder. Don't think about to be a right back and defend. Obviously, he has to defend as a midfielder because Klopp's job as a midfielder, he wants from the players defending, attacking, and stuff like this. Yeah. He's still a defender, obviously. But, mates, I'm going to go 100% with a new right back. I'm going to say...
Who do you want?
Calvin Ramsey is still young guts. We don't know nothing from him. We saw him to play just one game this season, so we can't say that next season let's try him from the first minute, from the first game of the Premier League. Absolutely not. He needs to be the second choice. So Gomez, I'm not a big fan of Gomez. When he used to play as a right back, he is good in the defensive point of view, but what Klopp wants from the players, we need to attack. And when Gomez attacks, he's not good enough in that position. Milner can play in that position as well. But obviously Milner is,
38.
So, mate, we need to buy a right back.
Who?
A good one, very good one.
For how much?
Someone like Daniel Alves. No, not Daniel Alves. Something like this.
Yeah, I mean, he's 40 now, so maybe not him, but I know what you mean, a player like him.
Exactly.
Because there's people in the comments here.
Cancelo, I agree.
Bring another right back. There's obviously Toby Lerone who says, Cancelo, please, who maybe isn't wanted anymore at Man City. Maybe Bayern don't actually want to make his loan permanent.
I like Cancelo.
Can send Ramsey on loan and bring in Connor Bradley. So we've seen Connor Bradley win a trophy this season with Bolton. He's been excellent at right back position for them. This is the fine line, because do you want to blood in the youth and have Connor Bradley as the new right back for the next 10 years? Or we go out and spend 50 million on a right back. But then the comment earlier that reminds us that next season, even if Trent will play in this more inverted role, technically at the start of the game, he still will be a right back. So do you bring in Calvin Ramsey next season? Do you blood him in? Or do you go and buy another right back? That is a hot Kopic today.
Yeah.
Let us know right now.
I agree.
What we need to do there, because again, we've seen it work really well last night, but there will be games when teams work out how to play against Trent as an inverted winger and counteract that. So it's a tough one. Do you buy another right back? Do you bring in Connor Bradley? Do you bring in Calvin Ramsey? I don't actually know. And again, we're going to have to see how Trent gets on over the next few games. I think at home to Nottingham Forest, definitely play him in that inverted position.
And put Gomez on the right back, and put Trent in the midfielder. Just to be a midfielder. Don't think about defend on the right. Be a midfielder. Just for
Is
one
it
game.
too early to say that, though?
Just one game. Try him.
So you would actually start Trent
Yes.
in midfield on
Yes.
Saturday? With
Yes.
who?
Yes, 100%.
With
100%.
who in midfield?
Him, Fabinho, and Thiago Anderson. One of them. Fabinho, definitely. Trent, right?
Because if that happens, that's a big deal.
Yes, it's a big deal.
That's a massive deal.
Bro.
We're basically saying you're changing now.
Yes.
We
I want to
believe
see that.
it's
I
the
want to see
time.
that.
I mean, what do we have to lose for the rest of this season? We might as well try it for the next 8 games, and then we know next season
Exactly.
how it's going to work out. Would you
Exactly.
play him in that role against Tottenham at Anfield as well?
Probably let's see him against Nottingham in the whole 90 minutes, what he can do, what he can give in that position. And then we will see every game, he's not, if he plays midfielder, he's not forgetting how to play on the right back, obviously. Against Tottenham, probably not. I'm not going to risk him, because he's still the first games. So against Arsenal, mate, he was brilliant, mate. Against the top of the league. That play against Zinchenko in the last second in the 87 minutes.
3 assists in 2 games for Trent.
And that cross, mate, from that position, it's marvelous, So, I'm going to risk him. I'm going to put him a proper midfielder against Nottingham Forest because we have to, absolutely, we have to win that game. We have to win, like convincing win.
4 or 5-0.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point. Same like yesterday.
We owe a bit of revenge to Forest as well, don't we? Kazi here, this is a mad shout. Benjamin Pavard or Nico Williams?
The second one, absolutely not.
I mean, obviously, we sold Nico Williams to Forest. He's going to be back at Anfield on Saturday. He's a good player. In my opinion, he's a good player. He is a good player. He's won trophies at Liverpool. He's performed well. I can't really tell you many bad games that he had for Liverpool. How much did we sell him for?
I think around 15, 20 million. I'm not pretty sure.
That's not bad, mate. I'm just going to...
We made good, very good deal with him.
17 million.
70 million, yeah.
That's... I mean, it's
surprising.
We can't bring him back. It's a good opinion, though, from Kazi. Maybe a player like him. Mr. Leo G. Trent has always been a false right back. That's why Klopp doesn't answer or speak about his defence. If
That's
Trent
true.
tucks into midfield, that means we would need a right centre mid who can provide a quality ball in the box like Kevin De Bruyne. So this is the thing. We're getting confused now. Do we want Trent at right back that can play inverted, or are we just going to completely forget about him playing at right back and put him in midfield? That is the hot Kopic.
I know. I have absolutely, my opinion is the second point, lad.
I actually don't know what to choose yet. I'd like to see it more before I commit to just fully shipping him out from right back into the centre. I need to see 4 or 5 nice examples of this. And then who started this idea of the inverted wingers?
Who started this idea?
I would say Pep.
Yeah.
Because at the
probably.
minute, if you're looking at Man City's team, they effectively got Mahrez and Grealish as wing backs.
As a wing backs, yeah.
Which he keeps finding ways of reinventing, man. That's maybe the smallest difference between him and Klopp. They can both win trophies. They can both win massive games. Obviously, Pep can't win the Champions League final, but he does. And this is the thing you have to give him credit for. He does constantly think like, let me try this week. And most of the time it works. The only time I can say that Pep got it wrong tactically was the Champions League final when he played Gundogan as like a false nine. But you have to give him credit. And that's the difference between him and Klopp this season. We could have tried this earlier on in the season. We could have. But Pep just goes for it. I would never in a million years at the start of the season think that Pep might try Grealish and Mahrez as wing-backs. But he did it. And it allows Stones to come in more. Stones is now a central defensive midfielder.
Yes, exactly.
So listen, you have to give Pep credit for his tactical awareness to try that and almost reinvent positions. I don't think Klopp's been able to do that this season, but now he's seeing that Zinchenko at Arsenal, obviously Arteta is going to look to Pep's tactics as well. So I would say Pep did he start this all off? Was it his idea? You can give him credit.
Yeah, let's give him a credit. You know, I'm not a big fan of Guardiola, not because he's, I like him as a manager, definitely. But his interviews all the time, there is something wrong behind the scenes with that man, you know. There is something wrong. He's always tried to be, you know, he's that kind of man that in front of you is smiling, back of you is talking bad things about you. He's, you know, he gave me that, I don't know Guardiola. I'm not going to say that, you know, he's my mates and we go to get Bevy together. I don't know him. I never met him. But he gave me that impression of man. He's definitely that great manager. But with the money he spent for, you know, but I absolutely agree with what you say about the inverted winger. It's something that he invited and let's give him a credit for that. But, you know, all the money he spent for Man City and all the money he's still spending, still no Champions League. So he won just the Champions League with Barcelona, mates. With that prime Messi, with Xavi and Iniesta. That's it. Bayern Munich.
No Champions League with Bayern Munich as well.
No, he didn't win the Champions League with Bayern Munich. No.
No, I said no Champions League.
Yeah, exactly. No Champions League with Bayern Munich. With Man City, this is the 8th season, the 7th, I don't know.
They could win it this year, though.
Yeah, they could win every season, but they didn't. So, you know, it's. I think it's a bit. I'm not going to say he's overrated because he's not overrated. He's a great manager. But, you know, man, I just don't like Guardiola. I'm honest with you. I don't like Guardiola. But big up to him for that.
Yeah, the inverted wingers.
Exactly.
We like to see
100%.
that evolution of the position. Zayn says, I think you adapt Trent game by game. And this is the perfect way to deal with this Trent situation.
Yeah.
You look at the opponent every game and
Exactly.
you work out, can we do that against Man City? Probably not. No. If I'm honest. Can you do that against Real Madrid? Probably not, with Vinicius lurking in the space behind. But Forest at home, certainly. You know, all the home games, I would say, have him at least drifting into that middle as well. And then again, the away games, you take it game by game and work out what you want to do. This is a great shout from Riku, and I've been saying it for a while. I absolutely love Alexis Macalister.
I've asked you yesterday, what do you think about him?
I think he's just what we need. He is a box-to-box midfielder as well. He can get back. I've seen him defend. Of course, he wears the number 10. He can take penalties. He can score incredible free kicks. It gives us another option with Trent. I think, and listen, let's move on from Jude now. Unless something happens next season, he stays and comes back for a year. I think now we need to move on and think about Macalister. I think he is unbelievable. Still 25, plays with Messi for Argentina. You know he's only getting better. And I do think at least 2 or 3 clubs are going to try and buy him this season. But he needs to come to Liverpool. This is a public service announcement. Alexis Macalister. Vamos, chico. Let's go at Liverpool.
He had a great World Cup as well.
How much? And are you as keen as me to bring in Macalister? Because everyone at home, you need to go and watch this guy play. Focus on him. Brighton are unbelievable team. What he did at Stamford Bridge, the little pockets that he finds, his balance. Oh, he's got everything for me.
You say...
I'm in love with him.
Let's move off from Bellingham and you break my heart. You know?
Well, listen.
I know,
I'm being strong. My heart's broken.
But
you got to move on, man. Right now, we have to move on. Listen, we might get sucked into the whole Jude's coming.
Probably I'm too romantic,
season.
Bro, you know.
You're too romantic.
I'm too
You're
romantic,
too emotional.
Too emotional. So for me, just thinking like, Jude Bellingham is not coming. You know how much I want him.
Bro, me too.
I know, but
I'm trying to be strong for both of us here.
Yeah.
And the guys watching at home. New targets, move on. If we can't buy him, get me McAllister. I'd like to see
Caicedo as well.
a Neves maybe. Caicedo. I mean, Brighton are obviously going to charge us a lot of money.
Yeah.
But let us know at home. Alexis Macalister, yes or no? For me, it's the biggest yes. 25 years old. You can imagine the Klopp hugs. You can imagine the goals, the assists. Give him number 10. I'd give him number 10.
Is it free now?
Yeah, Sadio Mane was number 10. Give him number 10.
Give him. Why
Alexis Macalister. You're
Depends
probably
how
not
much.
watching.
Depends
but,
how much Brighton wants for him. This is very important as well.
I would pay up to 70 for him.
70.
Mate, I'm telling you right now.
No, I
watch
believe
him.
you, bro. You know
Watch just him.
football. You know football more than you know.
He's unbelievable, mate. I really do think we need to go out and buy him. Did you see Gary Lineker's tweet? He always wanted to see Trent as a midfielder, I'm sure. Gary Lineker's always rated Trent very highly, but seeing him in midfield now, I think all the pundits are going to jump on this and say, yeah, I told you.
I told you, yeah.
But kalma. Big up to Jake, watching all the way from Australia. We got to try it eventually, but Jones is playing well too. Absolutely. You can't drop Jones. Yeah, you can't right now. I don't think you can. It would be really harsh if you dropped him against Forest. But maybe bring in a Thiago. Fabinho's on 9 yellow cards now.
I'm going to say, bro, about Jones. Now, right now, is the time to show that you can play for Liverpool in the next seasons as well. Because in the last 3 seasons, we all knew that he has a massive, massive talent. He's probably one of the most technical players in the Premier League.
For sure.
His vision is unbelievable. But his problem are he got injured very easy and he is very, very inconsistent as well. So if he can improve this stuff and he can be a complete player for Liverpool and be available every game and give his contribution, same like yesterday, and even against Arsenal as well, he played not bad. Not the greatest game, but not bad as well. So then I can say, okay, give him a chance. Let's give him like chance more often because he's a talent. He's a part of the fact he's a Scouse. You know, I love Scouse players in Liverpool. But at the moment now, I can say, okay, next season we've got Jones in the midfield. So let's relax. We've got Jones. No. This is a big mistake. We can't do that. I want to see from Jones from now. We've got eight games to play until the end of the season. So I want to see Jones every game like yesterday. And then I can say, okay, he's improved in different aspects. So let's give him a chance for the next season. But this depends of him. Just of him.
Knowing that Keita and Ox are going to leave, knowing that we could maybe play Trent in midfield, Bajcetic, Curtis Jones playing well.
Forgot about
how
him.
many, just a number, how many do we need then next season?
Definitely we
2
need
or
to,
3?
In the market, how many we need to buy?
Midfielders? Just midfielders?
Probably 3 more.
3?
More, yeah,
3
3 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zayn, Hendo, Trent and Jones, real Brexit midfield. Trent centre mid, get Dumfries at right
back. But who's going to defend like this? Trent, Hendo and Jones. Who's going to defend?
Exactly. No, bro. Phil Neal and Steve Nicol way before Pep, inverted. Well, I mean, that's going way back, that is. Maybe he did look at Bob Paisley and think, actually, Phil Neal played in his inverted win and won 4 Champions Leagues with Liverpool.
The most decorated player.
Most decorated player
19 trophies.
Of our club. Gomez can play at right back. He's too good to play at right back. Gareth Bale, as soon as he started to impact higher up the pitch, they moved him. We should do the same. Good point, actually.
Good point.
Gareth Bale started as a left back.
I remember.
Finished his career as a striker, basically, didn't he? Maybe Trent could play there one day.
Definitely, he's not quicker than, Trent is not quick like Bale.
No.
Absolutely. He can play like a winger. But he's
Bale's
creative.
a proper athlete, man.
He's creative, he's clever, so his natural position is definitely right midfielder.
Dylan saying, I feel Klopp is scared of change, whereas Pep just goes for it. I would agree. In certain situations, Pep does just, as you can see here, 4 centre-backs to shore up the defence. He could play Akanji, Laporte, any of these players across
because
the whole
he's got
back
30
line.
players, bro.
Yeah, he's got a lot of defenders
30 available
as well.
players. We've got 20, even less. So,
in my opinion, if Gomez is given a chance at right back, he can be England's #1 right back. It's an English type right back. I'm not too sure about that.
Absolutely. Reece James, Kyle Walker, Trent, and who else better than him? So
there you go. Timber, a good shout, but he would be expensive from Ajax. He was talking about a player from Ajax there. Macalister would be amazing, mate. I dream of him in a Liverpool shirt for real. Honestly, at this stage, in the last couple of weeks, I've started dreaming of him in a red shirt as well. He plays in blue and white for club and country. So let's get him back. But Alexa says, bro, Macalister is just Argentinian overrated. No, go and watch him, man. I hate to sound like this, but go and watch his YouTube videos. I know you can't always go on YouTube videos, but sometimes the footage doesn't lie. And when you're watching these videos of him in games against Man City, Man United, he's ready. He's been playing in the Premier League for 2 years now. He's ready. He came in 2020 to Brighton. But this is the thing. Brighton buy players 3 years ago and they play so well that you think, oh, he's been there 5 or 6 years. But because he's been so good in such a short period of time, then why wouldn't we buy him? It's Premier League ready-made.
Of course.
Hopefully.
Paulinho, what do you think about Paulinho from Fulham?
I love Paulinho.
You like it?
In without Jude, my dream midfield, Paulinho, Macalister, and maybe a Ruben Neves. That would be nice.
You like Ruben Neves.
Or a Caicedo instead of Paulinho, but Paulinho is a little bit older. He's 28, 29.
Oh, okay, so it's not for Klopp.
Maybe not, but that type of... That's Fabinho 3 years ago.
Okay.
What Paulinho is doing now is Fabinho 3 years ago. I think he's that good. And Fulham are above us. Are they not?
Are they?
Oh, let's get the table up. I'm pretty sure they've done...
They lost last like 3-4 games, if I'm not wrong.
So they're 10th, we're 8th, right? Yeah, they did lose 4 games in a row, to be fair. But Paulinho is one of the reasons why they had such a good start to the season as well. Macalister, where Hendo was playing yesterday and against Arsenal would be unbelievable, I agree. Playing him against the big teams. Soslan says, what about Rodrigo de Paul? Don't like him. Not for me.
Rodrigo de Paul is...
he's a fighter.
He's a fighter.
He's a fighter.
He plays in Italy, I think.
No, Atletico.
But he used to play in Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
But he's basically Messi's bodyguard, isn't he? He just goes around fighting people that kick Messi. I haven't seen him in a fluid team, if I'm honest. I've watched him for Atleti. As we know, a lot of their players just not nice to watch. I don't think Rodrigo is a Liverpool player. Not for me.
This is the Simeone tactic. It's not nice to watch.
Fight, bite, kick. I don't like this. I think, if I'm honest, he needs to leave Atletico. I think it's been 11 years, 12 years
He needs to leave the football, bro.
But if he goes from Atletico to somewhere else, he's just going to play the same football.
I know.
Not nice to watch.
Oh.
Fighting. Yeah, I don't like this.
Absolutely.
Give me Macalister over Rodrigo every single day of the week.
And we've got already the chant. We've got the chant for Macalister.
Go on.
No, that's Gary Mack. No, it's
Alexis Mac.
Exactly.
No, there would be some great chants. There really would. I would love to see Alexis at Anfield, but again, everyone knows he's going to be.
You convinced me now with Macalister. Seriously.
I've convinced
you know how much I trust you, lads.
Yeah.
So
my opinion is important to you, man. What's going to happen to Fabinho? I think Fabinho stays. I think he stays.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna.
Needs to play better, but. Yeah, and Fayyad's looking to the future. We all wanted you, but let's move on. By the way, over 160 of you in the chat right now. Please make sure that you're smashing that like button now, because we want 300 likes on this episode. So let's try and get as close to that as possible.
Easy.
Everyone here saying that they're yes, all day, every day to Macalister. Jude on the left, Macalister on the right, Trent inverting. Think about it, AGT. Yeah. It'll be beautiful, but
come on.
We've got to stop putting Jude in these little dream.
It's still.
Let's just move on. Because it could still happen. I'm not ruling it out. When I say let's move on for now.
For now.
But he could easily stay at Dortmund for another
Hopefully, mate.
No way 70 mil from Macalister, says Alexa.
Expensive.
I mean, how much is he going to cost then?
Not less than 60 anyway.
No less than 60, right?
Anyway. No, I want Jude. Yes, Jen, I want Jude as well, but you know.
67 million pounds for Amano. Yeah, Premier League proven, World Cup winner, great age. 67 mil, that seems quite fair.
Good looking lad.
Good looking lad. Again, what happens to Carvalho next season? Does he go out on loan? He is technically a creative midfield player, but again, not even on the bench last night as well.
What's happened with him, bro? Seriously?
I mean, yeah, Jake's asking the same question, not even making the bench. Stop the hate on Jones, bro. He had growing pains like Steven Gerrard.
Come on.
Carvalho missing in action. Would you rather play Trent over Thiago? Is there a better right back other than Trent in the team? I think Thiago is Thiago.
Nobody can replace Thiago when he's fit.
Alcantara, he's unbelievable. Big up AGT. You can't drop Jones right now because I feel right now this could be his last chance to prove he can play for Liverpool. I agree. I think this last 8 games is us saying to him, show us you're good enough.
Let's give him a chance, yeah.
Show us you're good enough to be here for the next 2 or 3 years. Don't forget to click like on your way out or on your way in. So many comments. By the way, if you want your comment to be read out without questions, we don't have the time to read them all out, then make sure you do put a super chat if you can behind. Dumfries is proper overrated, saying Dom Dewsbury. Beckenbauer wasn't inverted, but he was a sweeper centre-back, played all over the pitch.
Do you remember Beckenbauer?
Yeah, of course.
Not
watching
exactly.
him, but German captain, legend. Yeah. AGT Mario, what do you think Jurgen has against starting Darwin through the middle? It's a great question.
I think
it's a great question.
I think it's very simple. He wants to give Diogo Jota more time, more minutes in his legs. So, and what he wants is just to see Jota score, to see Jota finally getting back the confidence he had from the last season, because he needed the 2 goals from yesterday. Brilliant performance by Jota. We have to mention that, Alex. Yeah. Brilliant performance. 2 goals, 1 assist. He was running all the time. The way he got the ball for the assist for Mohamed Salah in the first half was brilliant. That kind of pressure, get the ball, run, because he's very quick when he's on the ball.
And his close control, he can go left, right. He'll drag you in, and then last second, he goes this way, but he'll pass it this way. Exactly. Salah gets his goal.
That assist. This is the only one way why Darwin Núñez is not playing the last 3-4 games, because Klopp wants to give more chance to Jota, because he needs to play to get the confidence. And obviously, this is nothing personal against Núñez. Núñez is Liverpool main player, obviously, in the attacking front. So nothing against him. It's just tactical choices, in the last games. But I absolutely agree with Klopp.
Yeah, I agree with it. But for me personally, I want to see Núñez through the middle. I know he can play on the left. That's why we fell in love with him after what he did for Benfica out on that left-hand side, drifting in, right foot, left foot. But for me, the stature, the pace, the chaos is more suited to a number 9 position. And he might miss more chances as a number 9 than out wide. But at least he's getting those positionings. At least he's getting in that space. But again, I was annoyed that he didn't start last night, but his replacement in Gakpo and Jota scored 3 goals between them. And Núñez came on and scored from a number 9 position. So sometimes you just have to trust the manager.
Exactly.
We can all sit here and say, play this, play that, but I would like to see him start more games, though. I know Klopp loves Gakpo again, scored last night. There were some really nice passes from Gakpo. He got a goal and an assist for Mo as well.
Mo Salah, the 4th goal.
Again, when was the last time we sat here and said we can't pick a man of the match? Gakpo, goal and assist. Jota, 2 goals and assist. Trent 2 assists. Salah, 2 goals. I'm pretty sure he got an assist as well. Trent's assist, Núñez at the end. I couldn't pick. It could be Trent, it could be Jota, it could be Mo.
The Premier League, they gave to Mohamed Salah, man of the match.
But Liverpool gave to Trent.
So
that's a good sign. It's a good sign when that's happening, though, I tell you that. AGT, invite an important person from the medical staff to explain the strategy of players' recovery and how they will avoid the problems from in the past. Great idea. I mean, Liverpool's doctors, there isn't many of them. So I can't imagine they'd come on a podcast and tell us the secrets of the injuries. But it's a good option for the future, maybe one day.
Inshallah.
Growing pains is apparently Calvin Ramsey's problem too. And there's a lot of shouts around Darwin needing to improve his link-up play. Darwin was never the plan to start, only injuries forced it. He's developing this year. Diaz played right wing when he came on. Yeah, I said this to you during the game. We normally see him on the left as that Sadio Mane replacement, but quite nice to see him on the right as well. And again, that just proves that Klopp can play any of these players in any position.
That's what he wants. Every player.
Luchito Diaz t-shirt on sale now. Mario's got the white one. I've got the grey one here. Perfect time to wear it. Diaz is back. And look, you can buy the Luchito's Way Diaz t-shirt. Link is in the description, by the way. But yeah, nice to see Diaz back, first of all. I've got a tweet to show you here. Jacob, if you just want to get that up on the screen. Luis Diaz saying how happy he is to be back. Amazing 3 points. This is on his Twitter, so if you haven't followed him on Twitter, make sure you do. But this is it, right? If we just click on the pictures there, we've got him a little bit more longer hair now. I'm assuming he's a bit stronger as well.
Yes.
Since the injury, as you can see,
He
wearing
put some
those
weight
nice
from the
boots.
gym.
He's been in the gym, and it's just great to see him back. Number 23, playing in that right wing position as well. I was absolutely buzzing with his cameo last night, and Luchito is back.
How much you miss Diaz, mate, in the last 6 months?
It's more the energy, because yes, he can score goals. You know, great header against Bournemouth, great goal against Palace. But sometimes it's the energy, because he does not stop running. I just hope, I really, really hope and pray for his sake that this knee injury doesn't come back, and that because there was a moment last night where someone's absolutely gone through the backfield. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? He's injured, mate. He's just been away for 6 months. Don't do it again. So mentally, will he be ready to get stuck into them tackles, take people on? Do you think he's maybe needs 2 or 3 games to get back into that?
Absolutely. He needs a couple of games, a few games to get back the confidence, because he's been missed 6 months, mate. 6 months is a very long time in this football. So basically, he's a new signing for us. He's a completely new player. The last game he played was in October against Arsenal when we lost 3-2. So this is a long, it's basically the whole season, mate. The whole season. Pretty much 6 months is very long time in football. So we're going to have now Luis Diaz. For me, Luis Diaz last season, he was probably not the best player, but the top 3 best players in Liverpool last season. He absolutely changed the season when he came from Porto in January. He absolutely changed the season for us. What a player, what a skills. He's super fast. He's a absolutely new signing for us, mates. I don't even realize how much we miss him, seriously. When I saw yesterday Diaz back finally after 6 months, oh, mates, was
we were clapping.
Massive relief, you know.
We were clapping him. And go and watch the match day vlog from last night to see our reaction when Diaz came on, because, again,
we love
such
him,
a good feeling to see him back on the pitch. Do you think he starts the next game? Now, that's a big question.
This is a massive question.
And where, if he does start?
Oh my goodness. I go for it, yes.
Yeah?
I go for Diaz from the first minute against Nottingham.
Against Nico Williams on that side?
Easy job.
Easy job?
Yes, lads. You know that. Yeah. I'm going to go for Luis Diaz from the first minute. I know it's a bit risky after a long time of injury, but I think he's ready, finally. Because, do you remember, Alex, he's supposed to play against Real Madrid?
Yeah.
1 month ago.
He's been ready for a month.
He's been ready for a month. So in this month, he just got, more training, more, preparation. He's now ready to give his contribution in the last 8 games. I'm going to go for him. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
In the next
game. Should we do a lineup prediction? Let's do a little lineup prediction. We will have a Forest preview for you later on in the week. But of course, it's Alisson in goal. Same back 5? No?
I go for Trent.
Trent a right back?
No.
In the middle?
Yes. No.
Start with defence first.
Okay, then. Oh my God. All right. Alisson. Gomez. Yes.
Okay.
Gomez.
He's going for it.
Or Milner. Gomez or Milner. Gomez or Milner. Gomez. Come on. Gomez. Trent. Sorry, Virgil. I go for Matip.
Yeah?
Yeah. I love Konate.
Because of Konate's mistake last night?
No. Because I want to see Matip get more confidence. Matip was one of the best center defenders in the last 3 years in the Premier League. So I need to see the real Matip back. Everything is mentally. So give him a chance. Doesn't mean I drop Konate because of the mistake. I love Konate. He's the main player for Liverpool. But give a chance to Matip. Then Robo. Then midfield. So Trent, right? Yes.
Wow.
I like
really
the risk. I like to feel this,
You're going for it.
Exactly. Trent. Fabinho. Jones.
Fabinho Jones.
Or if you wanna or hand off Fabinho, but Trent and Jones together in the midfield, or Fabinho or Hendo, one of them, whoever. Then Luis Diaz on the left, Mohamed Salah on the right, Jota striker.
Jota?
Yes.
I thought you were going to say Nunez.
I'm gonna drop Nunez and Gakpo just for that game. I want to see Jota as a 9, false 9 or whatever. I want to see Jota in that position. Just for that game.
But only 8 games left.
Yeah.
Bobby Firmino, when does he start a game for us?
I can't even think
Because
that...
we have to play him. Like, he's going next season, so he's got to get his farewell. He's got to get a couple more. I think, let me just see how many goals he has for Liverpool. Do you know? Quick guess, all comps.
Less than 100, mate.
I'm going to say 95.
No, he's got 80 in the Premier League.
Yeah?
And in the Champions League and all the competitions, about 50. So not 100, less than 100.
I'm going to go 95, all comps.
I'm going to say 97, 96.
Okay, that's better than I thought. Total goals for Liverpool, 360 games. Total goals, 109 for Bobby Firmino. And then 80 in the league.
Okay, 80 in the league, I remember. So 109 goals.
109 goals. I love
Which
this
is,
guy
Alex,
so much,
for the number 9, it's like...
Still decent.
It's okay, but it's not, the goal scoring record you want to see for number 9. But we're not going to discuss absolutely Firmino, what he's done for Liverpool. So, yeah. I was surprised that he scored 109 goals.
Well, he scored his 100th goal for Liverpool when he got 2 in the 9-0 win against Bournemouth. So I'm just happy that he scored over 100 for Liverpool.
That's right.
But yeah, he scored 100 goals now. 80 in the Premier League.
That's right.
It's very good. Even for a fake 9, it's very good, man. And I think there's going to be occasions where you just play him. You just play him at the end of this season. He actually does look like De Zerbi, Mario the Mad Scientist.
Guys, stop calling me De Zerbi. He's my brother. Respect for him.
Mario De Zerbi.
Every day, bro. Seriously, every day someone calls me De Zerbi. Even, not just on YouTube. Everywhere.
Hopefully Bobby starts against Spurs and Villa because I'm going to those games, says Mix Mitchell. Well, if you are going to the Spurs game, catch us outside doing the fan cams. I'll be doing those with Mario. Mario will be doing the fan cams this Saturday for Nottingham Forest. So again, we've got a whole host of people that are going to that game that want to speak to Mario. There is a guy who I met in Carragher's bar in New York.
Okay.
And I was in there and he goes, AGT from the Kop TV. And I was like, yeah. And he's a guy called, he's almost got my name. It's called Sean Gilhooly. That's his name. He's from America. He's from New York. And he texted me yesterday saying, I finally got a ticket, coming to Nottingham Forest.
Nice.
I can't wait to see you. I was like, Sean, I'm actually not going to be here. But I've just messaged him now. I said,
you're going to see Mario.
See Mario. Get on the Kop TV for the first time, Sean, if you're watching from New York. So again, he's coming.
His surname.
No, he's Gilhooly, but he's still Gil. Same, Irish settings. But yeah, big up to Sean Gilhooly. He's going to be with you. And hopefully, if you are watching this and you are at the game on Saturday, make sure you go and speak to this fella doing the fan cams. I'll probably do an instant match reaction with Doyle from London as well. So again, make sure that you're there and I'll be at the Tottenham game next week. Agreed, says Jake. Big up to you. Klopp should give Carvalho game time.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I
but
like
in the
Carvalho,
right situation. Will you guys be at the Fulham home game? When is that? What date?
The Fulham game, it's 2nd or 3rd of May, home game.
LFC versus Fulham.
Should be like Wednesday.
3rd of May, 8 o'clock.
Wednesday, 3rd of May,
we'll
8 o'clock.
We'll be at
You
that.
here? You're in Liverpool, obviously.
3rd of May. If it's a weekday, I'll be here. Let's just have a look. When is the 3rd of May? Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah,
It's Wednesday.
2 weeks. It's a couple of weeks away. I'll be there for that.
Sound, yeah.
I'll be at Anfield for that. Need to get my ticket sorted, but yeah. Shout out Qatar.
You have Qatar.
AGT Macalister or Caicedo for us.
Hello,
I would
Qatar.
go Macalister, if I'm honest. That's just me, personally. A massive shout out to Mo Salah again last night. The most left-footed goals in Premier League history. We've got a little picture of that
105.
to show you. 107.
107.
Because he scored 2 last night, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. That was before.
And he almost scored another one, which was this close. Could have been another hat-trick for Mo. But look at that. The most left-footed goals in the Premier League history.
That's amazing.
More than Fowler, more than Van Persie. And that is just a beautiful stat, isn't it, for Mo Salah, who continues to break records, even in not his best season. but he continues to break records. What is your favourite Mo Salah goal out of those left-footed 107?
Very easy to pick up.
Chelsea at home?
No. Okay. Like the best goal, like the
Best and favourite.
All right. The best goal, definitely Chelsea.
Yeah.
I was there, I remember. But my favorite is Mohamed Salah goal against Man United.
When he took his top off.
When he took top off, 19th of January 2020, in the lockdown season, he took the shirt up and he was this distant from me. I was like, I went mad. Yeah. And obviously the celebration with Alisson, it's just history. That celebration, Alisson for the assist, and then he was the first person who was, So for me, that's my favorite Mohamed Salah goal as well. Oh.
Salah in his worst season has more goals and assists than Starboy Saka best season. There you go.
I like Saka
Watford away, says Naldo, his favourite Salah goal. Big up to Riku, who's watching this in the gym. Blessings from Jamaica to all my fellow Scousers. Steph Curry, I'm going to Jamaica at the end of June. So
seriously?
Yeah.
Madrid.
Did you not know this?
I didn't know that.
I'm going to Miami.
You don't tell me anymore your stuff,
to Jamaica.
You're hiding from me.
Nah, I'm busy, man.
Shocker, he's shocker. He's shocker, man.
No, I can't wait. Jamaica, if there is any Scousers or Liverpool fans out in Jamaica, we'll have to do some content, right? So hit me up. And
Scousers are everywhere, mate, in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
They're like water. They get everywhere.
Everywhere.
Honestly, they get everywhere. I've been in Thailand before at an airport, and you overhear someone going, all right, lads, why checking here, is it? I'm like, what are you doing? I almost want to say, what are you doing here? It's a free world. Anyone can travel where they want. But when I hear Scouse accents around the world.
Everywhere, mate. In Spain.
And I say, oh, you from Liverpool? Where are you from? They say, yeah, the Whittle. I go, oh, see you later, mate.
You're running back, White socks, you're not the proper Scouse.
White socks today. Come on, G.
No, you always white socks, mate.
No, I wore black socks last night.
I don't remember that.
No, you look back at the footage. They're in the wash today, so they stunk. Man like Jigger 876 Jamaica inside. Big up. Why does Robbie get you annoyed, AGT? Because he asked me ridiculous questions. Yesterday he said, who's had a better season, Anthony or Nunes? And I said, please, I don't want to answer
Seriously,
this question.
I didn't see that interview.
Yeah, just stop asking me these questions. Anyway, if you want to watch me getting rattled by Robbie yesterday, then go and watch that.
What's a man, Robbie, bro?
Yeah, what a guy.
He's so nice.
What a guy. You were with him last week, weren't you? Say that to Robbie next time you see him. I'm from Jamaica, Liverpool fan here. We love to see it. White socks, black socks. At least you ain't wearing red socks, FSG out. It's a good sentence though to say that. Red Sox, they obviously own the Red Sox as well, because Robbie doesn't pay AGT enough. That's another conversation for another time. Nunes is better than that fidget spinner. I
can see it from your face.
Well, listen, again, no comment on that one there. What's the crack, lads? Things are looking off. Big up to you, Spider LFC. I'm assuming you're American with American, Australian, Irish. What am I on about? I'm getting it all wrong today. Ask us two more questions just before we see out episode 71. And if you have not already, and there is over 160 of you, smash that like button. I won't ask you again. All right, smash it. Trying to get to 300 likes on this video, so please make sure you do that. And if you haven't already, after this episode, please go back and watch the matchday vlog to see Mario and I in Jurgen's last night losing our nuts at a 6-1 away victory, which hasn't happened for a long, long, long time. Alex, hit me up when you're in Jamaica. Defo want to do a fan cam. Shout me, man. Instagram me. Hit me up on the DMs. Let's chat.
Alex, before we finish, one quick question for you.
Go.
Would you like to see Sadio Mane back to Liverpool next season? Like, no, 100% no.
No.
¿Por qué?
Klopp doesn't do that.
I know.
He doesn't do that.
I know.
We had the opportunity to bring Coutinho back. Probably could have brought some other players back over the years.
But Sadio Mane is different from Coutinho.
He's different, but I don't like going backwards.
He's a good boxer as well.
He's a good boxer. He did punch up Leroy Sané the other day.
Which is not good,
which
absolutely.
We don't agree with.
Absolutely, we don't agree with that.
Yeah, no Mane, says Mix Mitchell. Diaz has the same Prem goal contributions as the fidget spinner. By the way, one's been injured for 6 months. You know the fidget spinner?
Who is it for the fidget?
You know the thing that you spin around?
Okay.
You know Anthony, his little skill that he does where he goes around? That's why they call him the fidget spinner. Literally,
okay.
Yeah, got to move on. We'll always love Mane, though. I think Klopp knows that we don't go back in time. Mane, are you insane? See what they've done? Grey Soul, very clever. Very
Big
clever
up
as
to
well.
Grey
Big
Soul,
up
you
to
know. You know that, lads.
Right, episode 71 of Hot Kopics are available on Spotify as well. So if you like hearing us in audio format and you don't want to look at our ugly faces, then go over to Spotify and listen to us there. Make sure you follow and give us a 5-star rating on Spotify. We upload that pretty much as soon as the episode is finished on YouTube, where most people do watch us because they like to engage with the super chats and the comments, etc. But again, a very calm episode. I don't think we've had to raise our voice. I don't think we've had to berate anyone. I think we've just accepted the beautiful win last night and we're a bit more positive. I'm going to finish off with this question to you. Yes or no? Yes or no? No thinking, no time. Top 4, yes or no?
100%. Yes.
Wow. Wow. That's a madness.
But it doesn't depend just from us. Depends of our opponents as well. Tottenham especially.
See, I'm going to go just no. You're going just yes. That is the latest hot topic. Will
no.
Liverpool finish in the top? I don't think we will. I want us to, but I don't
Next
think we
game
will.
is Tottenham Newcastle. You know that?
Yeah, I know.
So
I would listen to Spotify, but I want to see Mario's gorgeous face.
Oh.
Says Tekker's Dave. See, that's a perfect way to end the podcast. We
love you,
will be
lads.
back again next Wednesday. I think we play West Ham away next. No, we'll be back again next Tuesday. We play West Ham away next Wednesday.
We play West Ham, yes.
So we'll be back in Jurgens again. If you are in Liverpool and you want to catch up with us, guys, don't forget, outside the stadium on Saturday, this man after the Forest game doing fan cams. And then in Jurgens next Wednesday again. So come on down if you're local. Remember, smash the like button. Make sure you comment with your thoughts, all the hot topics we've spoken about today. Darwin's new position, Trent's new position, and Liverpool looking good again. And a whole host of man of the matches to choose from last night.
Can you feel it, lad? Can you feel it?
I can feel it. There's something there.
No.
I think it's damp, actually.
The smell of the victory from yesterday.
The smell smells good.
That bacon sandwich I made yesterday.
Bacon sandwich, yeah. Not during Ramadan. All right, have some respect.
Haram.
It's haram. Anyone to those guys who are still fasting during Ramadan, keep going. I think it
Friday
finishes
is the last day.
on Friday the 22nd.
Depends of the sun. But should be Friday.
Right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you're tuned in. Make sure you're subscribing. And of course, this is the first episode since the anniversary of the Hillsborough. I did a very touching, if I can say that, tribute on my Instagram, so go over and watch that.
Yeah.
As always, justice
Nice
to
touch.
the 97. And we'll see you next Tuesday on Hot Kopics again with myself, AGT, Maro. We might have another guest. But listen, until then, take care.
Thanks very much, lads.
Up the Reds.
All
Thanks for
day.
watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice
Of
of football's most famous stand.